Get ready. Walt Disney Studios in Disneyland Paris is the resort's second gate and has had a somewhat strange timeline since it first opened in 2002. In previous years, we might have suggested avoiding eating in this park altogether and going for something either in Disneyland Park or the Disney Village, but thankfully some of the dining locations have had a glow up in recent years. This is thanks in large part to the opening of Avengers Campus in 2022, which brought new and reimagined attractions, shows and dining options. With the park still due 2 further expansions in the coming years, dining options are sure to get even better in the future, but for now we're going to give you what we think are the 5 best restaurants in Walt Disney Studios currently. An honourable mention goes to the food trucks in this park, which do offer something different, but they won't feature on this list based on the temporary nature of food trucks. Web Food Truck in Avengers Campus is particularly good currently for noodle dishes. Anyway, before we get into our top 5 picks, here's the usual reminder to like the video if you find it helpful and subscribe to our channel for more of this type of content. We have loads of Disneyland Paris videos up there already, check them all out after this one. With that out of the way, let's jump into the list. Get ready. Number 5. Super Diner. Super Diner is one of 3 restaurants that was refurbished as part of Avengers Campus. While the diner has always been in this location, it now offers New York style sandwiches to fit the overall marble theme. The menu is fairly limited with just 3 sandwich options at the moment, though one of them is a vegan option which is good. Smaller sandwiches are also available for kids. Sides are limited to a small side salad and cherry tomatoes. The overall feeling for us is that while the offerings are good, the restaurant could be better with a more expansive menu. It's fairly pricey for what you get, but you'd be hard pressed to find anywhere where that isn't the case in Disneyland Paris. The seating space in this 50s diner is nice and cozy, but very limited, so it can be hard to sit down here even during quieter periods. The menu of sandwiches is likely designed so that food can be taken on the go. If you're in a hurry, Super Diner can make a good pit stop. Number 4. Restaurant On Kulis. One of Walt Disney Studios Park's most interesting features is Studio One. Anyone who has visited this park will know it well, as guests must walk through it to get in and out of the park. Rather than a Main Street USA to guide you from the front gate to attractions, the park has a massive soundstage filled with set pieces, props and lights. Behind the sets, you'll find Restaurant On Kulis, which has been a mainstay in this park since 2002, while almost everything else has changed. This restaurant has ample seating, meaning it's a good place to take a load off during your day. The wooden backs of the sets will make you feel like you're behind the scenes on a film shoot. The food here is nothing to write home about, but it's reliable enough theme park fare. You'll find the likes of burgers, fries and salad, with kids options like nuggets and smaller burgers. They offer a veggie burger too using Beyond Meat patties. They also often offer special edition items depending on the time of year too. They've previously had Halloween burgers, 30th anniversary burgers, Star Wars burgers and Avengers burgers. These often look pretty unique and interesting, so maybe worth checking out if you're in the mood for a burger while visiting this park. Number 3. Stark Factory. Once known as Blockbuster Cafe, Stark Factory is the second of 3 restaurants to get an update with the opening of Avengers Campus, and this one is a huge upgrade. It previously served the likes of bread rolls with various fillings and limited pizza offerings, but now serves a much more extensive pizza and pasta range. It has a good selection of vegan options with a vegetable pizza, Neapolitan pasta and a vegan hyper bowl. Other options include pasta bolognese, macaroni and cheese, refill bowls and pizza. On top of good food options, the interior of this restaurant is a must-see whether you're dining or not. A massive Hulk Buster Iron Man suit stands in the centre of the restaurant. You'll also find Agent Carter's office desk in the restaurant, and you might even get a chance to dine at it if you're lucky and find it free. These make for great photo opportunities which embellish the restaurant. For us, this is the best quick service restaurant in Walt Disney Studios. If you want to sit down for a quick meal in this park, this is the first spot we'd recommend. Number 2. Pim Kitchen. The third and final Avengers Campus restaurant in this list is of course Pim Kitchen. This location has always been home to a buffet, but Pim Kitchen has put an interesting spin on the food this buffet now offers. Themed to Ant-Man, The food on offer in Pim Kitchen is all disproportionate. You'll find massive burgers the size of cakes conveniently sliced to offer reasonable portions, 2-foot long hot dogs that are also divided up to be shared, and pretzels the size of your suitcase. It's not all big though, you'll also find tiny burgers and other small versions of regular food. As with any buffet restaurant in this resort, it usually has a large dessert selection too. It's a pretty interesting way to present food if nothing else, but it's actually all very tasty too. On top of the food, they also have a good drinks menu with some cocktails, beers and wines on offer, and all served in test tubes and beakers, fitting in with the laboratory style setting. Due to the fact that it's an all-you-can-eat buffet, Pim Kitchen is a pretty expensive experience, currently priced at €45 per adult and €25 per child, with each option including a cold drink. In our opinion, it's probably the most immersive buffet in the resort, so if you have a buffet in mind, we think it's worth a try, but make sure to show up hungry to get your money's worth. Number 1. Bistrot Chez Remy. For our number 1 pick, we have the only table service restaurant in Walt Disney Studios and one of the best dining experiences in all of Disneyland Paris. Given that the film Ratatouille is set in Paris, it's only right that Remy would have his own restaurant here. Like Pim Kitchen, Bistrot Chez Remy also plays on the element of size, this time shrinking you down to the size of a rat to dine in his restaurant. Your seats are made out of bottle caps, with tables made of jam jar lids and sheltered by cocktail umbrellas. You're surrounded by massive plates, wine bottles and cutlery, and it's actually quite amazing how convincingly it all makes you feel so small. The menu changes every so often, but is consistent in offering high quality dishes, often served with ratatouille on the side of steak, fish, roast chicken or a vegetable option. The restaurant has varying menu choices, meaning you get a starter and a main course, or a starter, main course and dessert for a set price. Kids options are fairly sophisticated with the likes of sautéed chicken, linguine pasta and roast cod, all served with ratatouille at the moment too. If you have kids that are picky eaters, we'd recommend researching the current menu before visiting to ensure it's suitable for everyone in your party. Bistrot Chez Remy is not cheap, but again, this is a premium dining experience in Disneyland Paris, and one that many Disney fans would have on their bucket list. It can be busy at any time of year, so we'd recommend making a reservation if you want to eat here during your stay. If you enjoyed this video, check out our list of best quick service restaurants in the main park on screen now. That's a wrap on our list of best restaurants in Walt Disney Studios. Do you agree with our picks? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. And now you're ready.